systemic racism.
Racism is in the heart of the country. You can't get away from it.
Whoopi Goldberg, who raised a few eyebrows using the Bible to support the idea of kids getting gender change surgeries.
Race is always going to play an issue in the United States. It just is the way it is. I'm sorry, he's a racist. You're Ben Carson. You're so much better than this.
Whoopi Goldberg just got herself booked and not for a movie role. Yeah, sis went from The View to The Clink, and no, this isn't a reboot of Sister Act, unless the nuns are now filing FCC complaints. Okay, let's rewind the chaos. It all popped off during a fiery segment on The View, you know, that daytime drama factory disguised as a talk show. The topic? Racial bias in public schools. Sounds wholesome, right? Wrong. The table was set for some enlightening conversation, but Whoopi came in swinging with what folk—
As it turns out, I was filthy.
She was so filthy dirty, disgusting, half the place left. I said I'd never hire her again.
I was filthy. And stand on that fact. I have always.
So now that white people are also seeing that they are as susceptible to getting knocked down.
are now calling the white privilege roast heard round the world. So here's the tea. Apparently, there was a lesson where white students were separated from the rest of their class to discuss privilege. Educational moment? Maybe. But Whoopi. She had jokes. Sharp ones, savage ones. She questioned why people were clutching pearls over white kids feeling uncomfortable. Her tone? Sarcastic. Her face? Straight out of meme land. Her message? Let's just say not everyone was laughing. By the next day, conservative commentators were treating the clip like it was Watergate 2.0. Reverse racism, they cried. Hate speech, others yelled. Tucker Carlson probably popped a vein just watching it. Then it got political fast. One senator blasted her comments as reckless and harmful to children, while a dozen school boards dropped statements like mixtapes, promising they don't endorse divisive drama. Even some PTA moms had their pearls in a stranglehold, but it wasn't over. Nah, this plot thickened like Thanksgiving gravy. A group of angry, highly caffeinated parents from multiple states went full Karen Voltron and filed formal complaints not just with ABC, but with the actual FCC. These weren't your average Twitter threads. These came with legal receipts, transcripts, state statutes, the works. They were out for accountability, and Whoopi's head was on the media guillotine. And then bam, the twist no one saw coming. Authorities moved in. Yep, handcuffs, booking photos, the whole 9 yards. Whoopi Goldberg was arrested, y'all. Now, before you start screaming free Whoopi like it's 2003 and she's a rap album, remember, this isn't just about a spicy soundbite. The fallout's already sending shockwaves through the industry. Producers are panicking, ABC is allegedly lawyering up, and Whoopi, she's keeping it real quiet. For now. So what's next? A public apology? A lawsuit? A redemption arc with Oprah and a candle line? One thing's for sure, daytime TV just got way messier than any soap opera. And this time, it ain't scripted. Girl, this ain't cancel culture anymore, it's courtroom culture, and the DOJ just RSVP'd. Just when we thought this drama was about to simmer down and fade into the background, like every other celebrity, slip up bam, the feds pulled a full law order. Daytime division on us. Cue the dun-dun. Turns out, the gossip gods weren't done cooking. Behind closed doors, federal agencies had apparently been clucking the View like a hawk at a henhouse. Why? Because this wasn't Whoopi's first oops on live TV, just the most explosive one. And now receipts are rolling in like it's Black Friday at Best Buy. Insider T says the Department of Justice started sniffing around after the latest complaint avalanche. And surprise, it wasn't just about one episode. Nah, this thing had layers. What they found, allegedly, was a pattern of shady racial remarks spread out over years of episodes, conveniently aired through a network sitting comfy on federal broadcast licenses. See? Here's the legal curveball. ABC broadcasts using public airwaves, which means certain civil rights protections like Title VI of the Civil Rights Act suddenly apply in a whole new way. And if that makes your head spin, don't worry. The government just translated it for us. If you use a public platform to drop discriminatory hot takes, especially targeting kids, you're not just sparking Twitter debates anymore. You might be sparking federal charges. Yep. According to some spicy leaked court docs, the DOJ decided enough was enough. They didn't just build a case, they brought out the legal wrecking ball. Whoopi wasn't just scolded with a PR slap on the wrist, sis got subpoenaed, interrogated, then cuffed. So now we're here. America's beloved sass queen just flipped from hot topic to headline defendant. But here's the real tea. Is this actual justice or just viral outrage in a pantsuit? Let's not pretend Whoopi's the first media host to go off script with controversial commentary. We've seen TV personalities on all sides drop bombshells that would make grandma clutch her rosary, and most of them just took a social media break and came back with a podcast deal. Even within The View's own history, the shade has flown freely. Past co-hosts have said some wild things, yet here we are, with Whoopi being the one dragged into legal limbo. So what gives? Critics are screaming selective prosecution. And honestly, they might be onto something. It's starting to look less like the law is laying down the hammer and more like public pressure whipped the system into action. When enough hashtags start trending, when politicians start finger-pointing, suddenly it's not about consistency, it's about headlines. And that, darling, is the real scandal, so buckle up. Because this courtroom saga is just getting started, and it might reveal way more than just what Whoopi said on air. It might just expose how messed up the rules are behind the cameras. Welcome to The View, Legal Edition. Popcorn not included, but subpoenas? Plenty to go around. Let's be real, this saga ain't just about Whoopi anymore. It's not even about that one segment that had America's moms triple-checking their parental controls. Nope, we're in meta-scandal territory now, and the real tea is boiling over the rim. Because here's the kicker, this whole situation is exposing way more than just one host's hot take. It's blowing the lid off daytime TV's dirty little secret, the fact that controversy sells, and some shows, ahem, The View, have been riding that wave like a Kardashian in a PR crisis. Let's unpack this, shall we? Once upon a time, The View was supposed to be a round table of diverse women having smart convos over coffee. Fast forward to now, it's less discussion, more debate club meets WWE SmackDown. The audience cheers like it's a live taping of the Hunger Games. Applause signs flashing like strobe lights. Hosts competing for the most viral soundbite. Who's educating who here? And guess what? That environment created the mess Whoopi's in. Now don't twist it, what she said was bold, messy, and definitely rubbed people the wrong way. But can we talk about how the show itself has become a gladiator pit of provocative zingers and tension-fueled monologues? Like, Sis didn't go rogue. She played the game they built, but when the backlash came, suddenly it's all, we don't condone this behavior. Cute how networks find the moral compass once the sponsors start sweating. But let's talk about the real uncomfortable elephant in the studio race. Privilege. Double standards. What if the script had been flipped? What if a white host had joked about Black or Latino children feeling uncomfortable in class? We all know that firestorm would have hit DEFCON 1 instantly. News specials, tearful apologies, probably a resignation by lunch. But because the comments were about white kids, the reaction took longer. Slower. Less urgent. Until, of course, it exploded online, then people suddenly cared. That's the real kicker here. The reaction didn't come because what she said was inherently more offensive than a dozen other media gaffes that came because the outrage hit critical mass. And that's when the justice system and the networks swooped in like they've been woke all along. So here's the burning question. Are we holding public figures accountable? Or are we just tossing them under the bus when the algorithm demands it? Because if we're gonna police speech, the rules better apply equally. No double standards, no, we'll deal with it if it trends. Either we care about decency across the board, or we're just pretending for views. Look, maybe Whoopi crossed the line. Maybe she didn't. But she sure as hell isn't the only one towing it. She's just the one who got caught when the spotlight turned nuclear. And the rest of us, we're left watching, popcorn in hand, wondering who's next in the outrage arena. So what do you think? Was this accountability or just the latest celebrity to get chewed up by the culture machine? Sound off in the comments. Give that like button a love tap. And ring that bell harder than the FCC rang ABC's legal team. This ain't your grandma's talk show recap, we're serving the drama. Unfiltered.